Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Sam the SLB, and alongside me today is the man behind the Twitter Wrestling's voice of reason, Scott, as well as the third man, the man in black himself, Ethan. We coming from above the ring, Ship Studios' premier wrestling podcast, covering all things from AEW WWE worldwide. Coming to you Tuesday, Thanksgiving week.
American. I'm Canadian. I don't celebrate American Thanksgiving.
That's true. Yeah, you guys are early. You had your stuff last month. You're fine.
Yeah. But yes, happy American Thanksgiving. Early Thanksgiving.
It is that time of year. Our favorite time of year is when the gobbledygooker comes out. That's right. Next week, guys, do not forget Survivor Series. We will be doing our pre-show. No, this week will come out. Yeah, I'm just going to ramble. A lot going on. I'm not the only crazy one running around. But you know what? Full Gear, come and gone already. It was quick show. Not to call anyone out. I know Scott said he was not able to watch it, due to time constraints and had other things going on, which is fine. Again, this will be quick. Ethan, what did you think about the show overall?
What? Some stuff was good. Some stuff was ass. There's two matches that are really good. Yeah.
Yeah,
one of the weakest Full Gears, honestly, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, one of the things about the show that it's interesting because I feel like this is the first pay-per-view in a while where they actually spent a lot of time, I felt, building this one up.
Mm-hmm.
It might be, and honestly, if I think about it, correct me if I'm wrong, I almost feel like this might be I don't want to say the most structured pay-per-view, but the pay-per-view that's had the most time to grow. Like everything that's been going on here, you can go, oh man, this has been going on for months. This has been going on for months. We've been leading to this for months. Whereas sometimes it's like Orange Cassidy's just like, and then we have a match in like 5 minutes.
Right. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that if it's done well.
Yeah, you're 100% correct. It's been interesting watching the AEW television shows. It was just like, wow, all right. So they're really kind of leading into this and not like, hey, here's 20 matches the day before. Everything kind of led up. I mean, I think there was maybe only a couple that were added at the last minute after we did our pick shows. Yeah. So it was easy enough. But even with those, one of them you can kind of tell, that actually makes sense. There was only one match that was kind of like last second. But that's fine. I mean, Tony, if you want to do that from now on, please, by all means, that's fine.
By the way, thank you for booking 11 matches, not 15.
I know.
That's just how you book a pay-per-view. And it was over before 1 a.m. my time, so I was happy.
It was over before midnight, Scott, nice. Eastern. So, I think there was a lot of good takeaways. I think the timing of the pay-per-view, the amount of matches, the build-up, a lot of it was great. But there was definitely a lot of it where it was just like, okay, now this has happened. Kind of like there's something, like you're watching a show, and it could be a really good show, but then you get that one episode, it's like, okay, well, this episode, this had to happen, but here we are, and not that memorable. There's some things we're definitely going to talk about, definitely some storylines that are going to continue. So let's hop right into it. Pre-show. Eddie Kingston taking on defeating Jay Lethal by pinfall for the Ring of Honor World Championship. I'm surprised that they started with this, but I'm also not mad that they started with this.
It was there for me. I didn't really care, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. I felt like that from most of the pre-show.
6 out of 10.
We'll go through the pre-show quick then. Ethan. Claudio taking on Buddy Matthews. I think this is the one where it's just kind of like,
watch 7 out of 10. By the way, TK, put both of them in the Continental Classic, please. I want to see those two in there.
I would, yes, I would second that in a millisecond.
Oh, by the way, that's for time before. Back to the Kingston for a sec. So I'll just talk about announcements for Kingston. He's putting his Ring of Honor World title and New Japan Strong title on the line this whole tournament, and then I guess they're gonna unify it together with the Continental title, so it's gonna be the Triple Crown.
Okay.
Spoiler. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Is that a new? Is the Continental a new from the Intercontinental? That's what I was a little confused on. Or were they talking about the Intercontinental?
No, they're talking about excuse me. So Kingston. So blah, blah, blah. So Mark Briscoe is when they're with Kingston, and then Kingston's defended his title during basically his block of the tournaments. Which, by the way, TK, release the fucking lineup, please. So he's defending for a tournament, and then basically the winners get those 2 titles, and then the Continental. I don't know. Honestly, I'm still fucking confused from, but I guess they're making it a triple crown, so ripping off all Japan. I'm just gonna be honest here. But yeah, I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, Claudio and Buddy was good. Sorry, I was like, oh, must double the Continental Claudio. We're talking Kings, and by the way, they're doing you get 3 points for a win for the tournament.
Yeah, it's 3 for a win, 1 for a draw. Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to it. I like a good tournament. It sucks because the last episode of Dynamite is in Orlando, and I will not be able to go. Just not to hop over, but
TNA.
Yeah, filming in Orlando. I can't go to that. So,
and you can't go to GCW.
I can't go to that either, but I will be at the Rumble, hopefully. So following that, we had MJF and Samoa Joe taking on, defeating the Guns to retain the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles. Either, what you rating on this one?
6.
Solid.
But,
6.
So this was good. This was good. The problem here is what would lead into the rest of the pay-per-view.
Oh, fuck.
Because the Guns, and did Juice come out? I don't remember.
No, Juice didn't come out.
Yeah, so they attack. Actually, no. Was Adam Cole out here for the end of this one? Or
so the end of the match happens when Cole comes out, which, what the fuck? Anyway, so, and then they got shot, and Joe put Cole in the knee complete clutch, and then Cole and tap out, and then they got pissy, so they beat the shit out of MJF, and then they pulverized his leg, and then MJF's in the house going to the ambulance and going, Adam! Don't take my title, Adam!
Don't let them take my title.
I did see a photo on Instagram like right at the beginning of this, and I saw that, and I'm just like, oh, interesting. I'm like, Adam should not be anywhere near close to to competing yet.
And once he Britt Baker's tweet, that was fucking funny.
I did not.
Oh god.
I'll tell more about the main event because
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that led into, and this is what I think MJF and John Moxley, there's very few of them who they've been carrying their story, kind of like, WWE does, where they'll find one character and they'll kind of focus the episode, intertwine it. So that's what I've been liking about MJF and Adam Cole. Following that, we open up the show with, I thought this was a lot of fun here. Sting, Darby Allin, and Adam Cole taking on, defeating the Patriarchy. Which, by the way, the best thing I thought about the Patriarchy's intro was Christian Cage had a children's choir singing the theme.
And they had turtlenecks. And he donates to that charity, by the way.
Oh my god. That's I'm sad I missed that. Oh man.
Because I was like, who's the kids for? And then like they're singing, because kind of like what they do at most of these entrances. Well, they might have the instruments just play, or they'll have a singer just go, and you're like, what the hell are they doing? Yeah. So I was listening, it sounded familiar, and then you hear, and I'm like, dude, like really laying into the patriarchy. It's one of my favorite things right now that they're doing in AEW.
Yeah, Christian's really come to life with the whole patriarchy gimmick. He's doing such a great job with it.
All right, you want a hot take? He should be world champion.
I would not be opposed to a short run as world champion, because then he would literally be the father of AEW.
Yeah.
It kind of writes itself. So
I love how he gave Nick Wayne fatherly advice before him and Darby start fighting. I'm like, that's funny. And then he gets it. I like, by the way, Adam Copeland looks so badass with that face paint.
I did see a picture of that too. Mm-hmm. I was like, fuck, man.
And poor Darby, what?
Brother, you're talking about the choke slam? Because I saw that too. I was like, what the hell?
You're not gonna live past 35, brother. That was horrible to say. I'm sorry. I'm in a wheelchair.
Spike Dudley walked so Darby Allin can fly off the apron.
There was something that was said, and I don't know if it was true, but I think Excalibur goes, "Hey, you're supposed to be doing a red eye to go to climb Mount Everest tonight," and I'm like,
"You crazy bastard!"
I don't know if he was, because he said he wanted to climb it. So I don't know if he was actually going this weekend to Climbing After Wrestling, which would be a feat in itself. I'll have to look at it later. But and of course, we had most importantly Ric Flair throwing some chops in there.
Woo! Woo! Yeah, he punched Christian in the face, and Christian like, "I'm getting my payback from 3 years ago. I'm gonna low blow you in the dick." He did. It was funny. Flair's going like this, punch, and Christian's like, "All right, fuck this, low blow," and then pumps it. I'm like, "That's payback, brother." No more kids.
So, Ethan, what was your rating on this one?
7.
This was a 7. Yeah, this was okay. This was a fun opening match. This one I thought was going to set the tone. It's one of the better ones. That's what I'll say.
I like how, by the way, I like how Darby's like, "Come on, fans, get on your fucking feet for Sting." I'm like, Darby's pissed.
Oh yeah, no. Well, that was also it was his last match wrestling in California.
Yeah, Los Angeles, and he's like, "Get on your." I'm like, "Is this a shoot, brother?"
Right.
His son was there. He hugged his son.
Will Sasso was there, by the way,
Will Sasso.
like right beside Sting's son. I'm like, "Holy shit, Sting's son's tall."
Was it Johnny Knoxville or was it Steve-O?
Steve-O.
Steve-O was there. I think Stephen Amell, I saw him behind the commentators table at one point too.
He was there, and Ken Jong was there too. Yes.
AEW goes Hollywood.
Right?
Do it. Make it happen next time. Okay. Following that, we had Orange Cassidy take on and defeat Jon Moxley to retain the AEW International Championship.
6 out of 10. All Out match was better, and Moxley did not need the title.
Correct.
So thank you, Orange, for getting me in Scott. I was like, wait, who I came up with on this one?
Yeah, we have to see where. Well, again, remember, Orange had the belt for a long time.
He did, though, yeah.
You know, Moxley took it off of him, and then Moxley got hurt, and then they give it to Ray, and then he, So my thought process was like, why, at some point he's got to lose the belt again,
right?
And somebody else is gonna. I don't know who. I figured Moxley would have it, but like Scott says, Moxley's the main event guy.
Correct.
I got 3 names for the international title. Are you ready?
Go.
No.
Shut up, Sam. The Kesha. The Kesha. Powerhouse Hobbs. And fucking Pentagon Jr.
For a moment, I was going to say, I don't know if you know the reference, Ethan, but that was almost like one of those, that Rick Perry thing from the debates like 10 years ago.
Oh, yes.
Rick Perry, how many things were you going to do? I was like, oh, they were in my head somewhere. I don't remember which ones on a debate stage, but no. Yeah, I'd be curious to see, especially since Orange Cassidy, the thing I do like about Orange Cassidy having this title is it really starting to get that old school WWF Intercontinental feel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is the workhorse belt. You're going to have this belt. You're going to work. You're going to show that you can work. And despite what anyone says about Orange Cassidy with his gimmick, he can work.
Yep.
And he proves it every time he gets in that damn ring.
He does.
Well,
yeah, 6 out of 10, but I like the All Out match better.
I'd agree with that. Up next, we had Timeless Tony Storm taking on defeating Hikaru Shida to become AEW Women's World Championship for a 3rd time.
6 out of 10.
Again, I didn't think this was bad, and I think Ethan, you can attest to this. These weren't bad, but most of these matches were just like they happened. They were good to watch. They were good that we watched them. But if I was to go and tell somebody to, in the future, I don't think it'd be like, oh yeah, you need to go back and there's probably plenty of matches from the Attitude Era like that. It's like, oh yeah, that match happened.
Yeah,
but
it's just there.
It's
that ending was horrible. I hated that ending. So the ending's got basically, so Tony Storm takes Luthar's tray, sticks it in her trunks, and I'm not joking, by the way, and literally hits Sheeta in the face with it. And Aubrey was watching the whole time.
Okay.
Not trying to be making dirty jokes, but I'm legit being serious. Sam, you get testify this.
But yeah, that's.
I like
when it's that blatantly obvious, like that should have happened during like a ref bump, and then Tony can get rid of it and then pin her. Aubrey wakes up. least make it creative. When it's so, if it was so obvious like that, like, come on, guys.
Oh, by the way, I forgot there was a lot of dick kick and low blows in this whole show. By the way,
Yeah, it's like Vince sold off all of his stocks just to come in. I want a whole AEW show where people dick kick each other. I want to see Shinsuke and AJ Styles every match.
Yes, I was just gonna say that. Yes. Not gonna lie though, that when that shit was happening, it was absolutely hilarious. Like when they do it right, it's fantastic. But sometimes it's so dumb. It's like
the one thing I remember, and I think it killed me, was like the match that they put on at WrestleMania 34 was like all right. It wasn't their Wrestle Kingdom match. And then that happened, and I'm like, oh, man. I'm like, this is where we're going with this. I'm like, we were going pretty solid New Japan for a few months here.
Yep.
And then we just Vinced it.
Yeah. Yep.
AJ had no cup, and none of everybody else. Luther got kicked in the dick. Flair got uppercut in the balls. Kenny Omega got kicked in the dick twice.
So now, if I'm not mistaken, this is around the time where Tony Schiavone's coming out and saying that he has to relinquish the title to Jay White, to which Adam Cole comes out and goes, I'm going to defend the title. And it was really, this was interesting, and it's not like it was the worst thing in the world. I'm a little confused what they were trying to do here. If they were just trying to show, I guess we'll talk about the main event after, but like, this is where I was just like, this is gonna be like, what are we doing here with this main event?
That's a great shit, pal.
But we'll get to that when we get there. So at this point, that has happened. And then we had the Ricky Starks and Big Bill, which I said I should have definitely kept my choice on this one.
Welcome to the Change My Mind Club with me and Scott.
Well, that's the thing. I'm usually set in stone, but for some reason, this show and my picks and listening to you guys should have been a foreshadowing of this whole show. Ricky Starks and Big Bill retain the World Tag Team titles against, Affection and Gobernable, FTR, and Kings of the Black Throne.
I'll be 100% honest with you, because we didn't know about the ladder match. If we would have known about that, I would have picked Ricky and Big Bill to
Me too,
because it would have been too obvious for them to be able to retain this title. But if it was just a straight like fatal 4-way tag match, I think that Kings of the Black Throne would have won. So when I saw that, I immediately went in the back of my head. I was like, well, the champs are retaining, so it's too late now. We already made our picks, but yeah, that was the first thing that popped in my head. I was like, shit.
Yeah, same here, because on I don't know, one of the Friday shows they fucking had, they said ladder match, and I was like, fuck, I should have said Starks and Bill. Yep. I enjoyed this though. I mean, 7 out of 10. Fucking Brody King was a beast. He got busted from a ladder, put in a late great Brody Lee with the suicide dive, and then got his face smashed with the ladder. Dresco almost died from a fucking Gonzo bomb onto a ladder bridge. And then Cash was like, all right, I'm splashing you for Brody King for the ladder. And then fucking Malachi Black was beautiful in this match.
It is hard, and I know there have been some bad ones out there, but I always feel like when you do a tag team title match, a multi-tag team title match at a pay-per-view, it's almost always going to be a ladder match. And I almost feel like it's really hard to fuck them up.
It's true.
Like, it's really, and I don't know what it is, but no, this one I enjoyed this. It had, the build was good, but the moment I saw, I think it was Ricky on the ladder and grabbing the belts, I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, Sam PMA, he's like, damn it, I should have not changed my mind. I'm like, welcome to the club, buddy.
Again.
By the way, Big Bill didn't even have to climb the ladder, or if he did, go up like 2 rungs.
My God.
I want to see, by the way, Big Medium Man Slap meet Big Bill versus Brody King.
That needs to be a tournament.
They were teasing that on television. I was like, ooh, okay.
That needs to be a tournament. Big meaty men slap and meat tournament.
I suggested this to my wrestling group, and they're like, "It's gonna be weird if we post it on her, but big man slapping meat." I'm like, "Who fucking cares?"
If you're a
Let me
wrestling
clarify
fan,
something.
you know that whole thing with the New Day. You have to know. So when somebody does something like that, you would know this would be great. That gives me an idea.
Biggie could be the master of ceremonies.
Big meaty man, I get it. But
60
no, I feel like I don't know. I'll keep my idea to myself. I don't want other people stealing it. So
See, look, me saying think great minds think alike.
it's true.
Well,
But yes, I in all seriousness, I do want to see Bro. You know what? Fucking put Brody and Malachi in content. Oh, by the way, breaking news: they are announcing the rest of the participants Wednesday before Dynamite
Beautiful. Good to know.
nice.
on YouTube. So, figure we're doing an AEW podcast. So I'm also bringing it up now.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
yeah, Takesha should be in there too. By the way,
Yes.
He should. Up next, we had, I think, this one I think personally I would have been most upset if it didn't happen. Spooky bitch Julia Hart takes on, defeats Chris Statlander and Sky Blue for the AEW TV Championship. We're gonna start watching on the language, because if we're gonna start monetizing ourselves on YouTube,
That's true. We can't swear anymore. Ethan.
No more fucking swearing, guys.
Sam, sir, what to swear? Boy, God,
You just had a swear jar.
Togi
We should,
Magabe,
we
New
should.
Japan.
Um,
Yes,
Yeah,
by the way,
no.
congratulations, Julie Hart. Let's fucking go.
Right? Exactly.
I am looking forward to see what she's really. It's funny. I saw a tweet, and I don't know if I can find it, but it was like going like Julia Hart becomes member of the Black,
House of
House of Black, Brian Pillman Jr., crap, some people like, I don't know, I won't get into it because that's not here. And on the bottom, it's like Griff Garrison.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Who the is Griff Garrison?
So
That's not Jungle Boy.
yeah, good for her. She's putting in the work.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to her TBS title. And if anyone should have a potential long reign with this belt, it's her.
You're goddamn right.
Mm-hmm.
But I like. Oh, go ahead, Sam.
I was gonna say, yeah, this was a good match.
6. But this was better than women's title. That's a hot take. I was like, I like Stab, but I thought her title reign was starting to get a little stale, if I'm being honest. But I like Sky Blue and the Cold Blue. By the way, can she get a new finisher? Because sometimes it's kind of sloppy when she does the Cold Blue. No offense. But I liked how Statler hits the Saturday Night Fever, and then she goes to the pin, and Julie's like, nope, and then pins Sky Blue. She literally pushed Statlander. I'm like, ooh. And then the fans in the Kia form was like going great, like cheering for her. I'm like, see?
Yep. Good.
I partially got it right. I was like, oh, House of Black, and then Julia will take over. I was partially right. That was before I found out with the ladder match. I'm like, well, there goes my theory. No pun intended. But no, I'm going. And also, she's put the work, and I mean, I think her going to House of Black was the best decision.
Yes.
I seen it. I think on Fightful, she was like, I didn't even like the cheerleader gimmick.
Yeah, like that gimmick could only go so far.
And no, I agree with that. But I think it's kind of like, all right, gonna jump again. I just last week listened to Joe Rogan's episode with The Rock, and The Rock talks about his first year there.
That was a really good podcast.
Yeah. And he came out, and he's like, "Oh, cool! It's young blood, and it's kind of exciting, and people get sick of it so fast."
Yeah.
And because of that heat, Julia was able to do what she's doing now. So
you deserve it.
I think not everyone is. It's not going to work for everybody. Not everyone can start off with the baby face route.
Right.
I don't think. I mean, you think people hate John Cena now? Imagine if he started as a baby face.
Ooh.
I don't.
Ruthless aggression.
Yeah,
I don't hate John Cena. He's always been a personal favorite of mine because, especially back in the older days, he's the only man with a certified doctor of thugonomics.
And can rock jorts for the last 20 years.
He's a bad, bad man.
That's an underrated theme song, by the way.
I love that. I showed that to we're going on a tangent. I showed that to Ashley because like, he had like a platinum selling like rap album, right? She's like, no. I showed her the music video for that, and she's like, what's wrong? And I go, this was peak civilization. Everything went wrong.
it's true. True.
Let's talk about, I don't know, the best match of the night.
Yes.
That's what I heard. I heard that this was like,
Go out and watch it, Scott, please.
I'll find a way because I hear that this was like peak like
They're hardcore. They're
ridiculous.
hardcore.
Yeah, peak GCW.
The end of the match was Swerve Strickling throwing half a cinder block at Hangman's back and exploding. And Hangman just like out.
And he also drinks his blood. Hangman drinks first blood.
Jesus Christ.
So
I might know somebody who has a Bleacher Report account. I'll have to ask him, see if he can give you the login credentials or something.
I've actually also had somebody offer their Bleacher Report to me today because they're like, "Did you watch your show?" I'm like, "No, I haven't." And they're like, "You ever want it?"
it's yours. But no, this is, by the way, this is an Ethan pick, 10 out of 10. This was fucking great. I mean, Heyman was so Swerve. By the way, Prince Nana had the dancing girls doing the Nana dance. Like, yes, Nana, let's go. And then he got put for a table. Now, I'm gonna nitpick for a sec. Brian Cage did not need to be out there.
Yeah, there was a second where I think, was it just Brian Cage coming out?
Yeah, Gate Tag, you're in Japan for World Tag League, so
Yes. So yeah, that's where I kind of got a little lost.
Yeah, that's my only. A lot of people complain. They said like even if the match was still good, like that was the only complaint. Like, why did Cage have to be out there? Like, and then not poor Nana got. There was one spot where he was dancing on the apron, and Heyman's like, "Okay, entertain. All right, I'm putting your ass for a table." And he literally dead-eyed him for the table. I'm like, "No, not Nana. You did him dirty." And then, by the way, he took his son's finger painting and literally stapled it in his face like 3 times. And then Swerve's like, "All right, motherfucker, stapled." I'm like, "Kill shot, Lucha Underground. Where's Scott? I need to tell him. Where's Scott?"
And
Oh, what I was gonna say before, so Heyman didn't even make his like entrance. He just bolted out and started like attacking Swerve. I'm like, there you go. I mean, man breaking. He's like, all right, I hate you. You broke in my house. We're fighting. I was like, man, a few times I was like, man, this feels like they legit hate each other. Oh my god. Barbed wire. I'm like, am I watching GCW or am I watching AEW?
This match was 5 seconds shorter than the main event, coming in actually 5 seconds longer.
5 seconds
29 minutes,
longer.
55 seconds.
This is a No, is this the longest match of the show?
This is the longest match. Yeah.
Yeah, because the tag team match was 4th longest, and then the last 2 were 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah. So this is, Scott, if there was anything, like if I was to go, hey, you don't have to watch the whole thing. This all day. And you know what? Going back to our international championship, if you want a workhorse, this is Swerve.
Swerve will be world champion by next year. I'm putting my money. I'm gonna make that prediction.
But like you need, and maybe it doesn't work right now because you have both, you have MJF, who's technically a heel, or whatever MJF is at this point.
Right.
To me, he's just a heel. Like, even though people are cheering him, he's a scumbag. He's our scumbag. So he's just a heel. So I don't know if it'd work. But I think of like great the Intercontinental title. What's made that great? MJF had an incredible run. Gunther's having an incredible run. Think about the legendary period of that. Mr. Perfect. Those guys who had these incredible heel runs with this title. Put that on Swerve. Make people hate him. He'll draw. That's a draw right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, by the way, he paid tribute to the Fiend. By the way, I didn't know that till yesterday morning. And the promo after his Texas Death match, you need to go watch that too.
Okay.
Right.
I like the end of the match, but before we move on, so he wrapped the chain around the corner, and he's literally choking Heyman Page. I was like, not a boy. And by the way, I'm not. I picked him and Page, but I'm not mad. I got this wrong. I'm actually kind of glad I got this wrong. If I'm being honest.
This was the match that got me tied with the two of you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it could go any way now.
Yep.
Yes. Basically, this next match came down to it. Basically,
Yeah, this was was it here or was it after they made the big announcement? The signee.
Well, the signee was also a possibility too for points, but nobody ended up getting that either. So
I was just trying to do it in order, but I guess we can mention it here. I guess Will Ospreay signing with AEW. Not surprised.
Yep.
Not surprised. Definitely, I'm excited because Will's always been he's a good talent. We definitely hoping for like Mercedes Monet or
Zach's case Gainrail.
oh my God.
Gangrel now. It wasn't Gangrel. Must be very upset right now. You know, part-time answers give you part-time results.
Oh,
T-shirt. I want that as a T-shirt.
merch, baby. Merch.
I have a feeling with the way, and I could be wrong. I feel like they've been kind of like letting talent go, or talent's been dwindling for one reason or another.
Mhm.
Maybe you'll get a couple other signings. I saw a rumored article. Again, you can't quote me on this. Supposedly Mercedes might be going back to WWE. I don't know. She seemed to have so much fun outside of WWE right now.
Right. But maybe that might have been on purpose. And then the injury, unfortunately, kind of threw things to the side. So if she were to come back for, say, like the Rumble or Mania, that'd be huge for both her and the fans. So because there are, obviously, we all know some of the most annoying fans out there. Well, I should say the most passionate fans out there are Sasha Banks stands.
No, you can say annoying. It's fine.
Well, I mean, some of them are. Some of them are. I've seen a few go to battle on Twitter. But yeah. I mean, if she's happy going back to WWE, even now with the new regime change, then that's great. I always enjoyed watching her matches. Also being, a Massachusetts resident, it's or not resident.
Represent.
Yeah. No, originally from Mass. I mean, that always helps. Always, has a special place for those people. So
Yeah, it was. I remember I was at Hell in a Cell where she took on Charlotte Flair in the main event. Place lost their minds.
oh my God, yes.
Yeah,
hometown
I remember
girl.
that. That was really good.
The only
But
things
yeah.
that didn't cooperate that night were the tables.
Yes.
So let me clarify though. Going back to the signing thing, I think one of us almost said Will Ospreay here, and we said, "Well, the contract's not up, so he can't be signing." Was that you, Ethan?
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna have to make note going forward. I guess contracts are off the table now.
I guess.
All right, I got to vent about this for a
Yeah,
second.
I was gonna say, like, I think Ethan has some words he'd like to impart on.
Love Osprey, but he gets on the fucking microphone and was like, "You won't see me yet till Revolution." Why? Anyway, but like fucking Thursday or something after we record, or like Andrew there, by the way, respect for him. I'm not probably trying to trash him, but he's like, "Oh, it's Will Ospreay." Then don't say it's a surprise.
Yeah.
Just why like everybody knew, but the reason I said Mercedes Monet was because of the contract thing with Oz, because he's not done. Excuse me, till February. And I'm glad he's. I mean, we all seen that coming. Let's just be honest here. But I don't know. It's just like I don't know. You couldn't just let it actually be a surprise, not a dirt sheet writer. No disrespect again, to be like, "Oh, it's Osprey. I found out it's Osprey." I'm like, can you just let us be surprised for once?
They need that hot scoop. They need that breaking news. That's what
yeah,
it's
I know, but
unfortunately
I mean,
turned into.
That's why we don't. I try not to. We come across things. We'll talk about it. But even now, when I see articles, I'm just like,
I'll play when I see it. Honestly,
But like, Will Ospreay, I think Will Ospreay would have been a bigger could have been a bigger deal. He's not going to be a big deal, but I think it would have been fun to see him do his match at Wrestle Kingdom. And then, I don't know, scuffle happens on a Dynamite. All of a sudden, a hooded figure comes out, fights whoever he was going to wrestle at Revolution. Hood comes off. Here's Will Ospreay. Crowd goes nuts. Why is Will Ospreay in the Impact Zone? And then he, give me the mic, says some words, bruv. Because Matt, how many times have you said that in that? You just get, I'm all elite, bruv.
Oh, it's fun. Like I hate being negative, but I just have to get off my chest. But Ospreay and Alexander on Impact, if you haven't watched that yet, please for the love of God, go watch it. But it was funny. People were saying oi 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 at him, like Aussie Open. And he's like, I'm from England. Wrong chant.
That's funny.
But it's funny. Sorry, Sam. But before we go to the Golden Jets match, at the press scrum, he swore and he looked at Tony Khan. He's like, am I allowed to swear? And Tony Khan's like, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, because I swear over in Japan, like it's nothing.
By the way, Sam, I think David Finlay might win that match now at Wrestle Kingdom because you got two AEW, well, technically two AEW guys now.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense. Give David Finlay and then have most of the Bullet Club.
Spoiler prediction for Wrestle Kingdom.
I'm really surprised that David Finlay hasn't been gobbled up by AEW at this point, though.
Or WWE because of his father.
Or WWE, yeah.
His brother is, by the way, Brogan. He's rumored going to WWE.
Nice.
So, yeah, I mean, you got a Finlay there.
I don't know. Maybe, again, there are some people, they find their niche and they love it. I mean, again, we'll go right back to the first match of the night. Sting was in WWE for what, a year or two?
Pretty much.
Like, he could have come.
Not even a year, like 10 months. Yeah,
but he could have come during the invasion and had a guaranteed contract.
Yep.
He could have been, because, I think and I could be talking out of my ass here. Ric Flair has always been big.
Yep.
But do you think Ric Flair would have been as big had he not come to WWE after the fold of WCW? Like, would Rick's name, I mean, everyone knows Ric Flair. Everyone knows Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Sting was probably just as big, if not bigger, over in WCW.
Yeah.
But, like, people who never saw Sting before, it's like, who's, they're not sure. So, who knows? I don't know. But, some people have their niche. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe David Finlay doesn't want to go over there. Maybe
and that's fine. I mean, it just kind of surprises me that they don't, I don't know.
Especially because he has an in. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I mean, if you're afraid of what Vince might do before, now it's a little different with Triple H in charge, but I understand if you want to stay away because you don't want Vince to kind of castrate you essentially. So
yeah. And now we're gonna go on a tangent on this one. And now, yes, Triple H, I think I said this, I don't know if in the chat or somebody else. And I'm like, I understand that Triple H is in charge, but he's also not the head of the company. They are a division of a larger company.
Correct.
So this, hypothetically, yes, Triple H is in charge. For all you know, whatever he could have somebody overriding him.
But no, it's true. 100%.
Things could be worse going forward. I'm not saying they will be. Everything has seemed to be very hunky-dory.
Yeah.
But we don't know. I think maybe David Finlay might even wait and go like, let's see what, let's see them prove their worth. Right. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of talent wanted to sit there and wait and see what happens.
That makes a lot of sense. Absolutely.
Absolutely. But yeah, looking forward to see what Will Ospreay does doing AEW.
He's main event Wembley Stadium against Omega or Swerve. Fuck it, I'll say one of those two.
Him and Swerve, banger.
All right, let's talk about Golden Jets.
Golden Jets take on and defeat the Young Bucks. Golden Jets won. They got the Young Bucks AEW World Tag Team Championship opportunity. So,
yeah, Chef Scott.
I'm very happy about that.
Oh yeah, that's one was Team Rising Sun versus Team Above the Ring, pretty much. Damn
Yeah.
it, I was so close too. I cut it. So basically, Scott, remember when I said that Omega might turn on Jericho?
Yeah.
They did tease it.
Of course they
Because
did.
so how much Jericho's on one, like on the Golden Jet side, and then I think it was Nick.
It's on the other side.
Yeah, on the other side, and Omega looked like he's gonna
He
hit
does
Jericho.
he does the gun thing at Jericho and he runs the rope, so he goes back and he hits Nick with the V trigger.
I'm like that a boy. And then, well, I guess the Young Bucks are taking a break from wrestling, by the way, according to Brandon and Cutler.
Really, is that why they're they threw that because they throw this fit at the end?
Shoes,
Really?
fucking chairs are slamming, and then table came off. But oh, by the way, remember when I said that there was a lot of low blows in this show?
Yeah.
There was 2 dick kicks in this match. No, sorry, 3 low blows in this match. Jericho got hit, and Kenny got kicked in the dick. I'm like, are we having a bet? I see who gets hit in the balls the most or something. Like, come on, who could do the most low blows in one night?
So how long are they still going to be the EVPs and they're just not in the ring, or we really don't know anything?
Basically, Brand Colors posted. He said, "Corn the camps of the Young Bucks. They're not doing being elite anymore. Like they're out of it and they're taking break. I don't know if this could be storyline. I don't fucking know. To be honest, I'll wait till 5-4 or Dave Meltzer posts something.
Until they show up in WWE.
What?
Until they show up in WWE.
Oh my god.
What's the Generation Me doing in WWE?
Generation Me.
Look, with everything that's happened in the past year and a half, I heard there could have been even rumors that they were talking about dipping, and who knows?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, they're not. If you look on the AEW website, apparently it was going around last week. They show Kenny as EVP, and the Young Bucks are not. So
The Young Bucks aren't EVP.
Oh.
Hold a
go look
second.
go look
Hold
on
a
the
second.
website, Senor Sam. Oh, by the way, this is our Ethan pick, 8 out of 10. But I kind of felt bad because they were at the dead spot, like after that excellent Texas death match.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like was the crowd absolutely dead, or did they come alive for certain spots during this match?
They came alive for certain spots, like the Omega spot, and then the like I said, not trying to be funny, but like Dick Kick City.
Yeah.
By the way, thank you, Brian Sane, for making that meme.
Kenny's executive vice president.
See?
All right. I love how Luther's photo is in black and white.
I love that they're going so hard with that
Luta
and with Tony
Storm.
I hope that I was going to call her Martha again.
We're gonna have a talk, Scott.
We call her Martha again. Like, no. I hope
Bret Hart's ex-wife. Oops.
and we're moving on.
Oh, but by the way, so Mariah May's nickname they put her to Glamour. I'm like, miss opportunity. Call her Marvelous Mariah May.
It's true.
Something with an M because timeless Tony Storm. Anyway, we're getting off the track. Sam, did you find out about EVPs with the Young Bucks?
Yeah, they had EVP in their names, but Kenny also had EVP in his name.
Okay. So that must have been an oopsies then.
Yeah. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I mean, they've been running ragged with this company for 4 or 5 years now.
Coming up 5 years next year.
About 5 years, yeah.
They're probably worn out. They're not just wrestlers. They've been helping run things.
Yep.
So, if they're going to take a break, especially I don't know if it was Matt or Nick, man, the back side of them, I'm like, dude, you guys either going to get plugs or you got to start cutting the hair because now it's starting to look, you're at that age now. That's like me if I wrestled and I'm just like, yeah, look at that. It's going like that. And I'm young.
Yeah, they should change the name to the Old Bucks now.
I mean, you can keep the Young Bucks, but or I don't know, the Bucks or
I like the
they'll probably change to the Bucks at some point. Like they'll get to that part where
it's like
they're
the
not
Hardy
technically
Boys
young anymore. So
Team YB,
kind of like the Hardys. They can't call them the Hardy Boys anymore.
Dudleys.
The Dudleys, yep.
But
Or Team
I
3D.
do like Team 3. Ooh, that was a good one. I do like Young Bucks, but like I don't know. I found the last couple months I've just been kind of like, like go away. Honestly, go take a break. Oh, by the way, AEW Collision and Rampage got their ass whipped by SmackDown in the ratings.
Why am I
SmackDown
not surprised?
SmackDown went like 2 point some million, and Collision didn't even touch like half a million. 290 and Rampage like over 100. I don't like ratings, but I had to announce that. As Scott yells, "Ouch!"
I mean,
No, like,
I watched both Rampage and Collision, and I thought they were done well. It was great leading into the pay-per-view. And then I watched SmackDown yesterday, and I was just like, yeah, this is just the not the quality, but I
They
don't know.
need to stop doing 7 matches on Collision. Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I don't know.
the other thing I think that they would need to do, I just had it in my head. When you're talking ratings, there are definitely people who watch both. And are like, I can't watch, Collision right now. I'm going to DVR it. Can't watch SmackDown right now. I'm going to DVR it. I'd be curious to see what the DVR numbers are like.
I think they add that in after the fact.
Do they?
I
Because I
think so.
swear, like, there was I didn't think they did. I thought that's information they couldn't get till later. We'll have to look it up. I don't know. It's not
Yeah,
like
I'm not
life or
sure.
death.
I'm not
So,
sure.
so Rampage did 280,000.
Is that with DVR or is that just like the Nelson ratings?
Doesn't say. They said Core Wrestlenomics in November 17th episode of Rampage brought figures of 280,000, brought it a .09 rating in the 18 to 49 demographic.
Let's see.
I forget what they said for Clay. Okay. Welcome to ratings episodes.
Oh, right there. Includes streaming.
Yeah, I couldn't find anything about streaming.
That would make sense that they would include streaming because there's a lot of cable
Hold on.
cutters. So
All data is time period based for each viewing source. Nope, linear TV sources. Overall TV panel.
Collision did 270,000.
So Rampage did more than
Yeah.
Collision.
Wait,
Collision's a 2-hour show.
an hour show. Or
Not
Collision.
Collision was a 2-hour show. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I
Rampage
looked
was
at
the hour show.
I looked it up and they said Collision only did 270,000.
I wonder if that's the case, and this is going to be my logic. I know people are like, you're just making excuses. Shut the fuck up, nerd. I wonder if it's, you're watching SmackDown Collision going head to head, all right? So people are going to be like, I'm going to watch Collision later. It's DVR'd. Rampage is live. Well, not live, but Rampage isn't going head to head with SmackDown. It just says the hour after.
Right.
So people switch over.
Yeah.
But people forget to always go back and watch the other
Collision. Yeah.
I'm wondering if, because I've done that. I don't watch Collision. Actually, I forgot I even had it DVR'd. I probably should watch that. I don't know. Just thinking. But let's go to this main event. Because this main event was just, I don't know. I'm gonna let Ethan talk first because this was weird, this main event to me. MJF taking on and defeating Jay White for the AEW World Championship. Yes, I said MJF. Keep in mind, halfway through the show, they come out and say Adam Cole is going to wrestle for this title. Adam Cole does come out. Jay White comes out. And before Jay White can even put a finger on him, you hear an ambulance. Ambulance comes right into the arena. And then the music kicks off. MJF walks up with the limp. No, I'm going to do it. It's going to be MJF and Jay White. So at this point, I'm like, I knew this was going to happen. I'm like, there's no way they were going to let Adam Cole wrestle.
Adam. Missed opportunity, Roderick.
Now, I will say, I'm going to talk about the positives here because I think it's important that we talk about these positives. If this was the show that MJF could really show that he can work, like an injury, like he really worked. Like to me, like he was struggling, he was in pain. He had an injured leg. he looked really good in that regard. But everything about what happened at the pre-show, the announcement of Adam Cole, the biggest problem with this match, and Ethan, you can agree or disagree with me on this one. I don't, that's your opinion. This for 30 minutes was slow, like watching paint dry.
Ooh.
And it wasn't like oh my God, this is so bad. This is like you knocked 10 minutes off of this match and it would have been good. It would have been really good. I don't think it was bad. My problem, it was slow.
Was it like just Jay White being cerebral with his leg?
A lot of it. Yeah, there was a lot of that.
And the guns interfering way too much.
Yeah. And then they had Adam Cole, was going to give, something. I don't know. Was this the ref bump? Or I just know the ref wasn't looking or the ref was bumped. Adam Cole goes to give Max the belt to hit Jay White. Jay White grabs his leg, pulls him away, goes to grab the belt. Something happened. And you're like, oh man, okay, cool. So MJF's not losing it. So then kind of a similar thing. Hey, here's the ring. Puts it down. MJF goes to grab it. Jay White grabs him again, grabs the ring. I don't know why Adam Cole was slow in this. Adam Cole kind of quickly just grabbed.
Right.
Because he's gonna be the devil.
Yeah, side note, we never found out who the devil was. So this story persists.
Yep.
So grabs the ring, goes to punch, and I forgot. I think that was when he got low blow. I think MJF low blowed him.
Yeah, he fucking uppercut him in the dick.
So
again.
Yeah, this was just this was not bad. I just thought this was slow. And I love progressive music, man. I love a good 45-minute song. I love a good 3-hour movie. I will watch Wrestle Kingdom main events that last 5 hours. But this was something that was just like, this could have been done.
Let's wrap this up pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this could have been done faster pace or less time.
My turn. I'm gonna rant again. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, actually, before I do my ratings and stuff, I'm gonna read you Britt Baker's tweets from each other night during this whole thing. So when they announced Adam Cole versus Jay White, she wrote the fuck. I totally agree. When MJF came out, I still want to know why 20 bodies try to stop Max from getting in the ring, but to deal with crutches with 2 angle surgeries got a whole ass unbothered entrance. She is fucking correct. And then this crazy because this man told me the reason he's not
what
he's not loading the dishwasher is because he can't stand for very long. What we have witnessed is a miracle, folks. That sounds like me and Sam will get yelled at for not doing.
Totally called him out. I love it.
And by the way, I'm not done yet. So MJF and at Tony Khan are sitting for the scrum, but the dude with crutches is standing. ... Hashtag Full Gear. Yeah, you tell him, Britt.
Stand by her man. I love it.
But all right. I guess I gotta be a negative asshole tonight. Yeah, Sam, you're right. This did not need to go 30 minutes. This should have been cut 15 minutes. Guns interfere was way too fucking much. Adam Cole just stood there with his ankle, but can't really blame him. The table fucking broke when MJF tried to put him for the table. So MJF was like, screw this. I'm going to do the Macho Man elbow drop on the floor. By the way, he had his hip injured. Keep that intact. So he popped back in. I don't know, but I've seen a lot of people trash this way worse than me and Sam. I've seen people go like, this is the worst main event in AEW history, second of this year.
First of all, Sparklegate will always be the number one worst finish of all time in AEW.
Yes. They also said, oh, you should see Cage Match Racer.
I just made that up. Like Sparklegate. There it is.
Hashtag Sparklegate.
T-shirt, guys. T-shirt alert. But I give this one 6 out of 10, but I was kind of being nice if I'm being honest. Yeah, this did not need to go almost fucking 30 minutes. Like, I like both guys, but I don't know. I like MJ, like certain spots, like MJF did the cutter over the top rope to the floor. That was a nasty. And Myron Reed's like, dude, stop stealing my moves. And then the Uranagi off the top rope, that was actually pretty cool. Like I said, the guns interfered a little too much for me. Like that, I'm kind of nitpicking, but that's just it was just getting kind of annoying. Also, it's almost like 12:30, 1 o'clock. I'm like, I'm ready for bed, so let's wrap this match up. I don't know, but this should have been this should have been a banger. But honestly, I was super disappointed with this main event. I felt like I was watching WWE like 5 years ago. So, but I don't know. But a lot of people would trash this a lot worse than we were. So I think we're being nice about it.
No,
Cage match,
it's called being constructive.
Yes.
That's why I try not to, we could say this was trash, this was garbage, blah, 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 blah. I think again.
Or in my case, ass.
Yeah. But it's best to, and that's the ATR motto, is we want to look at this. Okay. Was it great? No. Was it horrible? Yeah.
It was just there. It was there.
But what would you do to make it? If you were a booker or you were a wrestler and you had to go back and watch that yourself, what would you do? This is my thoughts. That's what I would do. Especially when you had the death match. Especially when you had, the Golden Jets and the Bucks before you.
Yep.
And MJF isn't like somebody who's this isn't his first rodeo.
Right.
Neither Jay White. Jay White has headlined the Tokyo Dome multiple times. So, that's our thoughts on the show. Potentially, I don't know. I have to go back and we have to look at the lineups again. It's been a while.
Said
it.
Yeah.
It might be one, if not maybe potentially the weakest pay-per-view they've had this year, but I have to go back and look.
Like it was still a good show, but out of the Full Gears, I say this is probably one of the weakest ones.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, guys, Full Gear's come and gone. We're not done. Guess what? This week, Survivor Series.
War Games.
You want to see disappointment, guys? Watch when CM Punk does not show up. We're going to be looking forward to it. Guys,
points. We got to have points for a sec.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about points.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, okay, Mr. No Watcher, you brag.
Yes, I had a lot of stuff going on. I didn't get a chance to watch it. That's fine. It is what it is. I had a lot of catching up to do and some other stuff, especially the WWE product with Survivor Series coming along. But the hot streak continues. I feel like it's NBA Jam because I am literally on fire. I have won the last 5 out of 6 shows. I have 6 points because of the clean sweep 2 shows ago. I am now small possession of first place in season 3 with 6 points. Ethan still has 5, now in second. Sam and our never present champion.
Roman Reigns of the group.
That's true. He is the Roman Reigns. We will not acknowledge him because he's not here. But Survivor Series.
It's been a while.
We'll be recording that Tuesday night, dropping that on Wednesday. Obviously, then after that, it's Thanksgiving. And then the show itself is on Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. Sam, let's wrap this baby up.
All right, guys, you're going to do so. Please make sure you follow us on X at Above the Ring. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Above the Ring. You can find, I don't know, Ethan on everything because he does a lot of things. We're going to have to just drop these in the videos. Scott, make note of that. We're going to have to make some adjustments.
Long credit. I'm going to have the longest closing outro. Oh, by the way, speaking of recording, me and Sam are going to record some with a special guest from a certain New Japan podcast.
Nice.
Stay tuned. That's your tease.
Yep, we got some stuff going on there. If you want to do so, please make sure you like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a review. Tell people why Above the Ring is the podcast of your choosing and why they should listen to us as well. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Don't forget, Survivor Series is coming up. Don't forget to join the Bedlam.